I was sitting here on my fat ass and remembered this bingo from 2 months ago and thought, with 3.26 getting pretty darn close because of some teasers on Twitter, why not get hyped together? Stay hydrated, gamers, and let's jump in. So we got hide player effects and reduce visual clutter. I don't think so. The reason why I don't think this is actually going to happen is because it would look weird. Let's be honest. If you jump into a Path of Exile 1 stream and you see enemies dying without an obvious effect, it is kind of weird. This actually reminds me, oh god, what is it called again? Deaths. Oh, that's what it is. Right. Yeah, it does feel a bit weird when you just walk around with it and stuff dies. So I don't know if this is ever going to exist in PoE 2. The visual clutter part, I mean, they always try to improve the effects, right? I think that's more of the animation department of making an effect good, but not last too long. And then also make it work when it is being spammed like 50 times a second, especially in PoE 1. Nerf LS. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's just keep moving. Wait, what is LS again? Lightning Strike. Oh, yeah, because Lightning Strike is so powerful. It's like the melee skill, you know? It's like huge quotation marks right there. I can see them maybe adjusting it a little bit, or because we have transmuted, what is it, trans gems, that they might offer some alternative to it. So maybe a more projectile-based one and then a none. But the problem is they, I think, already exist. But because the Val LS is so powerful, why use something else? Kind of tough. More items on Faustus maps. Faustus maps. Huh? What? I'm gonna... If someone can explain this to me, please do, because I have no idea what's... Oh. ID items with a single click. See PoE 2. Actually, Curate would probably be a good idea. You go to Curate, control left click, boom, everything is identified. Yeah, you know what? That gets the I don't know, the thumbs up of approval, I guess. Targeted diff card farming, with diff card being one noun, I guess. This already kind of exists, right? It's not good, and technically farming diff cards is probably the worst thing you can do. I don't know, it just seems really bad to me. I'm saying this as someone who did apothecary farming like once, and then I think I got one card, which then got duplicated because of the strongbox duplication thing. And then I stopped that, because that was awful. I think there was like, I don't know how many hundreds of maps for 2 cards, and I think I got even lucky. I think if this becomes a thing, or even more of a thing and even easier, we might see a world where Mageblood becomes like the new Headhunter in terms of price, which is also bad, right? Mageblood should cost a lot because it is just disgustingly good. Any Layout T17. Oh, I guess if you actually watch the Atlas of Worlds trailer, they show that you can upgrade maps. It's so funny seeing that in the old trailer and thinking, oh my god, that's crazy, guys. And now you just put in one Void Stone and it upgrades everything. It's kind of crazy. I can see this maybe being a thing. I'm guessing because of the teasers, there is going to be a new Atlas endgame expansion. So we had the War of the Atlas, then we had the Conquerors of the Atlas, now we had the Siege of the Atlas, and someone's mentioned, or I think Talkative Try even said to a comment, the Origins of the Atlas. Who knows? Sounds like a cool name, to be honest. In the new Atlas system, maybe having T17 maps across the board. But I think the T17 maps work right now because they're slightly ass. Let's be honest, the layout is kinda whack. And I think that's on purpose. You know what I actually like about the T17 maps? And I think more maps should have this in general, even in PoE 2, that they like wrap around itself. I really like that. This kind of reminds me of when you went through Skyrim, dungeons in Skyrim or caves, that they always wrapped around itself. Or maybe not always, but usually, right? I really like that. New in-map league mechanic. New in-map... Yeah, of course. I mean, oh, wait, no, not every mechanic is in... Okay, I mean... Technically, Settlers of Kulgur was in the map, and most other mechanics are in the map. Okay, Sanctum wasn't, to be fair. It was in the map. I mean, there needs to be something in the map that you either unlock. But I get what they mean, right? They want maybe something like Breach, Abyss, Legion, obviously. But Blight, true. Okay, there were a few. I would really like a new in-map league mechanic, especially if it affects other league mechanics again. Is there a fly in here? What the... I didn't kill it. Don't worry. It just went to sleep. Wildwood on the Atlas or Affliction Scarab probably would be pretty good. I think people like it. Yeah, you know, more options. Never hurt anyone, right? In-game tooltips and tutorials. See PoE 2. Nah. If I applied for this job as a video producer at GGG, I'm sure I will be making, or I would be making, many tutorial videos for skill gems. So, you know, I'm just saying, let GGG know. No, I'm kidding, by the way. But it's just way too much work, right? Imagine all the videos, all the recording, all the testing, all the setting up the characters and going in and recording. It's an ungodly amount of work. Would it be cool and would it bring people into the game? Yes. But I think if you played PoE 2, you're halfway there understanding PoE 1, kind of, right? PoE 2 is definitely easier to understand. PoE 1 just has more stuff right now, but it's similar to everything else. It's not like brand new, it's more like adjacent to it. So it's not like you have to relearn everything. I think if you jumped into PoE 2, enjoyed it for a decent chunk, and now jump into PoE 1, you should be fine. Keep some Phrecia Ascendancies. Right. Did I play the Phrecia for like 2 weeks or something and then just like completely deleted it from my memory? The only way they could do that is if you, in the late game, or like late end game, I mean, you find a new type of offering that relates to this. And then you have the option to maybe reascend or ascend differently. That could maybe work. Okay, you know what? That could actually work. I give you this. This might work. Nerf Sanctum loot. No. We're moving on. Nerf Fubgun. Yes. We're moving. Free. Let's go. Bring back loot conversion. Oh, this has, I think, to do with Arch Nemesis and things, right? Where it like transferred or converted everything to divines or chaos or stuff like this. I think that would be cool. You could probably do it on the Atlas, have it like 1.5% chance that a rare has that. Actually, 1.5% is pretty high with the amount of rares you can have in a map, holy moly. But then again, you only run the content that spawns the most rares. I mean, it's already the case, but you don't want to like double, triple down from the game developer point of view, I think. Otherwise, you know, we're going back to Legion, boys. I mean, that's me every league, so nothing new. Actually, strong boxes too. God, I love strong boxes. Just click, boom, and you move on. Oh, God, I love it. Remove Kingsmarch. Keep a Recombination plus Faustus. Right, people love Recombination. I mentioned it in some video, I don't know, picture on screen, that I did not enjoy Recombination, and why. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows, I probably am, but I still don't like it. Remove Kingsmarch probably is going to happen, right? League mechanic is gone. I think the gambling part is really good because you need something to gamble your gold. The problem is, it's the same as with Alva in PoE 2, and I don't like that either. Sorting your inventory for garbage rares is awful. So if you don't have some sort of like automation process in the game, it kind of sucks. At that point, before they do that, before they put like a few hours into this, just add the gold unique strongbox, like the gamble strongbox to PoE 1. Do that. That is so much better. Bring back div card Curation Scarab. I have no idea what that was, how that worked. I'm guessing they removed it for a good reason. If it is removed, or maybe it already is back. I don't even know, right? I haven't played in like so long. WASD movement. Jonathan already mentioned this.
Any chance of WASD in PoE 1? Have you thought more about it?
It's not really a question of thinking about it. It's a question of like,
I mean, I would put it in tomorrow if we could.
Yeah.
The problem is that the character rigs are just not set up for it. And so I will just mention like kind of like the long-term plan here. So once every microtransaction from PoE 1 works in PoE 2, at that point it will mean that we could then port the character rigs from PoE 2 back to PoE 1 and rig the old character models and items onto them. And that would then mean that we would have access to the animation library and everything that we have in PoE 2 in PoE 1, which would then mean that we could put WASD in, basically.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that like in the but this will take a while, right?
I'll see you guys in 5 to 10 years. You know, just stuff takes time. Regular league schedule. That's a good one. Genuinely, they're doing an ungodly amount of work, and I'm really happy that they're this active again in the last few weeks. I think we're even getting what day do we have right now? Like, I think the 21st. So we get a new race in 4 days, I think on the 25th. Peak, awesome, love it. Yeah, we'll see regular league schedule. Again, if they need another month to make the league good, feel free to do so. Because it's a free game, the updates are free, I don't mind waiting a little bit longer. The 10 months hurt a little bit, but again, it's not like I have no games to play. There are too many games to play, and not enough money to play them, or buy them. Do you guys hear this? Why am I hearing a pirate song? Who's sailing the high seas right now? Increase base gold drops. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, we don't even know what a league is without Kingsmarch, but with gold. So the only thing I want, and I mentioned this in my gold video, like, God, in August or something, I don't know, it has been so long. I mentioned this, that I would like either a keystone that drops gold, not from monsters, but only from bosses, and it like calculates so you don't drop less. So it's only one big stack. Or, in general, just drop less and make the stacks bigger. At the end of the day, I hide gold anyways. It doesn't really matter. It's more of a hassle to seeing the little pop-ups, and it's just more clutter. I don't like it. Stash quality of life. Move to stash trash button. Would it be awesome that you just go into your hideout and it's just like, boom, everything is like instantly moved out that has affinities, and then the picked up equipment that has to then be, I don't know, sold or whatever. Would I love that? Heck yeah. Less clicking. I'm always for less clicking and less like my poor gamer hands already hurt from playing too much PoE. So I would love it, but I feel like you lose the thing that makes PoE compared to other ARPGs, right? I think you lose something. Is it a good thing that you lose or a bad thing? Who knows? I don't know if a trash button is necessary. That seems a little bit strange. Like, that would look really weird. You know what the trash button is? Just drop it on the ground, bro. What I do want, and I think that would be kind of okay, maybe not a move to stash button, but if it's already in my stash, please, for the love of God, let me move X to Y and Y to, like, let me move it around. It's already in the box, in the magic box that is apparently unlimited, right? Like, at least let me work in the stash. It doesn't have to be outside of my stash, but if it's in the stash, I already clicked it to be in there. Now let me move it around, just sort it out in a quick way, anything. Like, automate that process. I think that can be done. I mean, it already works with maps, so it 1,000,000,000% works. We have the technology. Skill rebalancing, Nerf LS and EE. Dude, is Nerf LS twice here? What the? It's up there and down there. What the hell? Skill rebalancing. They always balance skills. That always happens every single time. I think they always touch on some skills, some more, some less. It would be cool. Maybe like a theme around skill balance. So maybe like we rebalanced all of fire skill, like all elemental skills, massive elemental skill rebalance, stuff like this. That would be cool. Idols as cluster jewels on the Atlas. Idols as... Oh no, God no, I freaking hated the idols. God no. And to be honest, I think the cool part about the Atlas is that it's not modifiable. Maybe yet, maybe in the future you have to make it, but for now, if they just add to it, I'm all good, right? Oh, actually, hold up. Now I just got a big brain idea. They might move into the direction of PoE 2, where you have the main Atlas of like core systems and then the league mechanics around it. And this might make sense with the new Atlas bosses, potentially. Because maybe they have some sort of like lore thingy to do with Breach and Abyss and other that. Maybe new Chase unique. They just want they actually just want Mage Blood, just even better. Just, I don't know, just Mage Blood with Headhunter fused, Oh, you can fuse uniques now. That's what they want. That's this post in a nutshell. They're like, yes, more power creep! Ah! In-game auction house with instant buyout. No. Make Alch and Go more viable. Yes. I think that's a great last point. Alch and Go should be more viable. It should never, ever be the best, though. Alch and Go is already kind of viable. Okay, no, it's actually, I can't say this because I did the whole strongbox. I didn't do a pure Alch and Go strategy. I did use Scarabs and all that. You know what would be even better? If we could actually get Scarabs easier. Just better. Right? PoE 2 is way better when it comes to like wanting to do the content you actually care about. Right now we have like 1/17 of the content in PoE 2, but being able to get like one of these, the tablets, and it can be used on 12 maps, that is awesome. Can I have this with Scarabs and actually get the Scarabs I care about? That's all I care about, really. If they can actually, that last point, just add one on the bottom right here, Scarab rework. But not because Scarabs need to be drastically changed. I want that you can actually farm the Scarabs from doing the content. I don't know how they can do that in PoE 1. I would love to. If I can get all my Strongbox Scarabs from doing Strongbox and ignore everything else, let's heckin' go. And with this, I think we can just look forward to 3.26, which is very much on the horizon, and I'm quite excited. The new expansion teaser came out while editing this video. We're so freaking back, boys. Let me know down below if you are excited for 3.26. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe, and don't forget to stay hydrated, gamers.